what was his name?
Which one? From?
Hamidi.
Oh, Jamal Hamidi.
Jamal Hamidi.
Yeah.
Like Dave Parasek, Jamal Hamidi were like my dudes because I feel like they understood us Mustang
John
heads.
Coletti was the man.
And Coletti with the Cobra, like
Cobra.
Like when I talked to Carl and I got a chance to like feel him out, you can tell
he doesn't seem like a car enthusiast. He
doesn't seem like he's he just like I'll bring stuff. I said to him, I said, what did you baseline this car against? Thinking he'd say something like a Porsche GT3 RS or a ZR1, like a ZL1. He just like, well, we have the R and the GT, the GTR and the GT. I'm thinking, so you baselined it against yourself? And I thought to myself, that didn't make me feel too happy. Because, you know, I'm not saying...
I would say that after the Venom kills Demon statement, that
sorry guys,
they might be a little gun shy to make statements about...
But you know what? That's where I give Mopar credit because they're not gun shy. They don't care. They're like, you know what? This is what it is. Take it or leave it. Ford's so busy about like not trying to step on anybody's toes. They're like, our own competition is ourselves. That's cool and all, but sometimes you gotta flex just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you're so scared. Like last time I checked,
but that's why they have marketing guys
and their marketing sucked.
They did. I agree 100%. But I'm just saying, like, you know, some guys aren't really marketing's not.
Listen, I'll be real with you. Everybody sitting here and like other Instagrammers and YouTube, they were the marketing for Ford.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Ford counted on us.
The real truth is the GT500 market itself. All they got to do is say we're building a GT500. They'll sell every one of them. They don't even have to unveil the car. I guarantee it. They'll sell every one of them.
They're going to be sold out, of course. But like, I feel like I'm just not feeling. I don't have that good feeling. You know, like you have a sports team, you like the coach, and you like the GM, you like the owner. But like, you know, I really like where this team is headed. They have a good future. I see Jim Hackett. I got to talk to him. This is real. I'm being 100% real with you guys. I'm independent. They don't give me a paycheck. Jim Hackett and and Carl Whitman, they are, God bless them and their success. I don't get that good feeling or good vibes like we're gonna get 1,000 horsepower Mustang next. And we're talking about 4-door electric Mustangs and where there's smoke there's fire. So that's kind of not as cool. As you know, that just kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? About Carl and the future?
They need to be replaced.
Someone said that. Are they the new Toyota?
Yeah, I'm serious. I think that they don't have the passion that we have and the past crew did, and it's showing.
And this has nothing to do with the product itself.
No, the product.
I love the new GT500. I'm completely happy with it.
The 500 is awesome. I mean, people talk about it being like overhyped and stuff like that.
But no. We spoke to these guys personally.
I know. Hang on. Listen to me. The car is wonderful. So when we talk about like things we don't like and all that, we are nitpicking. But you have to because we're enthusiasts, right? We want a perfect vehicle. And when I look at the 500, and I'm like, wow. You know, there's a couple things I don't like, but, I mean, if I had the money, yeah, I'd buy the hell out of it. I think it's a great car, but the marketing, people pushing, we did it. It was us. It's the four of us that's sitting here.
At the end of all this, I can't wait to get back on my 350R, and I'm not going to be thinking about the 500. I'm not going to be thinking about it.
No, listen, I have to agree. When me and Xander were like, we looked at each other like, whew. I'm keeping I-18. I'm keeping my 19.
Because they're different, though. They're different.
No, listen. I know. Listen, we have someone who's going to buy it. We have two guys who are like staying in their GTs. People are asking me, so you're not going to get.
But if you're not going to go,
I don't know. If the price is right, and I get to maybe drive it, if it's not one of those situations where it's like you can't drive it, you're just going to have to buy it, then that's a consideration. But it's nothing that I saw was like, oh my God, I have to have this car. When I got the Demon, it was because they sold me on the numbers. Like 2.30 to 60, 965 quarter mile. I have to have this car. I drove it and I was like, I really wish I got to drive this car a whole lot before I bought it. Like,
no, Ford, like we got to see the writing on the wall. These are the three scariest things that Ford's done. One, the EcoBoost Mustang, and I know because I owned it. Think about that. We had a 4-cylinder turbo in a Mustang. 2, they stopped making cars, guys. Like they've said it. And number 3, they've said it so many terms. They want to be a transportation company. You know what that sounds like?
Yeah.
That sounds like Tesla. That sounds like robotics. I mean, we went. You and I went. Did you see a bunch of car stuff? We saw 3D printing.
Listen, performance products.
Just because there's some Mopar guys,
they're separate from Ford.
I know, but Ford's still the umbrella.
No, they are.
Ford can always say, like, yeah, they're done.
As long as Ford Performance is an entity, their goal is to put out performance vehicles. Even if they go all autonomous freaking hybrids.
Let me say something. I'm losing my train of thought. I was more excited with the way that the damn car looked than
the look.
Listen. My turn. All right. Yeah, we know numbers, but if it has 750 horsepower, here's why I don't care. Supercharged by 19. Guess what? We're making 750 with E85 long tubes to the wheels.
I agree.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I ordered my 19, it's got the 401A. I got it all. I got the cars. I got everything I wanted. I got the digital dash. It's the same shit. I have the automatic, 10-speed. And we've already seen, it's been, because we're glued to YouTube as much as you guys are, if not more, because it's our job. The way that dual clutch looked like it was shifting, it looked like the 10-speed. Now the 10-speed, because we were talking earlier, the 10-speed.
How fast is the 10-speed shift?
Fast.
Yeah, fast is not a number though.
He's milliseconds.
He actually said, I have it on footage.
At the dual, he said it's
100 milliseconds or
100 or 1,000.
They're both fast transmissions, but you brought up a good point earlier. I don't think we talked about it yet.
But guess what?
But real quick though,
you lose your warranty.
Now.
Someone said, Xander, you lose your warranty though.
What does that say right there?
What is it?
You said I could just.
Not everyone is in drag race.
I
know that. I'm not talking about drag race.
Okay, but you guys all keep saying.
I didn't say nothing.
Everybody here has said it though.
No,
you guys all keep saying that I could just put a supercharger on my Mustang and then it's the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Stop. Okay.
Just because it makes straight horsepower doesn't make the same thing.
Straight line. He only wants to go straight line. He's not talking about track. So therefore, he
he
doesn't have to put. Well, that's the power.
You said no. You said that it doesn't impress you because you could just do a supercharger.
I'm not talking about transmission.
You guys
I'm talking about transmission, but I'm talking about power. The thing is, for me, I am $52,000 invested in my Mustang GT. It's not going anywhere because if I trade in my 19, it's worth $32,000.
Sure, but your exact comment was, I wouldn't get the car, or I'm not impressed with the car because I could just put a supercharger on my.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But that's what you did say.
No, that's me personally. I said me personally. If I did not own a Mustang GT and I was looking at a GT and a Vortec Pro Charger, any of that, or a Shelby 500, guess where I'm going? 500.
Okay.
It's a badass car.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm saying. But what I was getting to is you brought up earlier about the free revving attributes that make up the dual clutch.
Sure.
Great. And why it's.
Well, listen, if I got a GT500, I wouldn't mess with it. I mean, the GT. You take your GT platform, my GT platform. We could keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it until you end up with a car that's like running 8s. With the GT500, you actually can mess up that value of the car.
It's baby that thing.
There's like if I beat the crap out of my GT and I still love it to death. But if I was blessed to get a GT500, I don't know what I want to do with it. I'd ceramic coat it and take it to a couple of events.
Car shows.
You know what I mean? I'm like, this is
Look
like
at this. Don't touch it.
I don't want to mess with this. The GT, I'm like, the drive shaft broke. Let's get another one. Let's beat the hell out of it.
Here's one thing I just don't understand.
I have to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
This was because we all went into something else.
But
I have this comparison that why I don't think this car is great. Like some people, to a lot of people that are Mopar fans on my channel, the Demon's the greatest, the Demon's the greatest, the Demon's the greatest. Right. But they've never driven a Demon. They've only seen the numbers and heard. I mean, it's a fact. They only seen the numbers, heard the numbers, seen it, right?
This is how the majority think.
Yeah. So they're like, the Demon is the greatest. But I've owned a Demon, and I'd rather have a Hellcat.
Why?
Okay, no, this is a good point. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, why would you rather have a Hellcat than a Demon? I want you to say that.
Granted, the Hellcat is so much larger, it handles better than a Demon. It has the power on the street that is necessary
to enjoy it.
I mean, obviously, it's way overpowered for what it is, but it's still relatively the same as a Demon for the street. Right. Like, you don't need that extra 100, 150.
You didn't enjoy it on the street.
No.
You did,
You talking about Radiohead?
No, he did not enjoy his Demon on the street.
Even a Red Eye. The Red Eye's going to have a better suspension and handling than a Demon. You start taking corners and a Demon, and you just feel like, I feel kind of uncomfortable. You feel like you're in a truck kind of rolling.
Right.
Even though it's going to be safe if you're not doing 100 miles an hour, but you just feel uncomfortable. And if you feel if you hit the throttle going around a corner, God no, that turns
it's
into
made to it's made to shift weight, go straight.
Yeah, and there's so it's like I'd rather have had a Hellcat. They feel more comfortable, they handle better. So why not have a GT or a GT350 versus going out and buying? You know, I feel like this may be something where you're like, it may handle better, but you're just like, I don't need this. I don't need this much power on the street. It's too much.
I don't think it's going to handle better. I think it's going to handle close to on par with a 350R.
Really?
And, yeah, and then it's just going to be
more power.
Faster.
It's going to be more power in the streets.
On tracks like VIR, it's going to stand
because
out.
I know I remember when Motor Trend was epic and they put a video out and we would all watch it with like waiting for Randy Post to just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But when the GT350 came out, it was like, you know, a heavenly being came down upon us, right? It was epic, and everything that had 350 in it was like 100,000, 200 million views. And then I remember Randy Post was driving there, having a great time, laughing. And he was like, "What does this need?" He's like, "I need 100 more horsepower." Remember that line?
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? It's perfect. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
But I get what he meant now because it needed more power.
It really needs something just down low.
Yeah.
To have that street fun.
Yeah.
But that kind of messes with the track performance.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's two different things, and that's why.
And that's why this car can't have 800 horsepower.
And that's why the Demon has one thing and the Hellcat has another. But I was touching on the other topic of not touching because he was saying, my GT I don't care about. You know, I can do whatever. I felt that way with the Demon. The Demon was like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to touch anything.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And I feel horrible if I tried to make it my own to be happy with it.
Even though I've done some stuff to change the R around, it's really minor suspension stuff.
Yeah, it's
very simple.
Overall, my car, I mean, it's a stock.
You're not doing a
engine,
brake
stock
conversion
exhaust,
or
It's just the car is so perfect the way it is. You throw tires on it, springs, you know, camber plates to make sure everything.
Yeah.
This is where I still think the shirt I'm wearing has hope, and because number one, we're still sitting kind of where we were a couple weeks ago. I mean, the final horsepower numbers aren't there. The weight, I know you're guaranteeing is that the weight still isn't there. The final and complete, what did they say? We have the horsepower weight. We don't know about if it's going to have an R version or even a crate. So we don't know. This has never happened before that I can recall in automotive history where a company has kind of like played hide and seek and peekaboo with us for now going on a year and a half.
Yeah, this thing better be worth every. And I think that it might be. I think that just because like what we learned today was basically nothing, but that doesn't mean that over the next coming months things are going to come out because they are. And then when it actually hits and you go buy one, the thing is going to be badass. One of the comments was like, how excuse me, how do I think it's going to compare to like a ZL1 1LE? And I think that the 500 beats it.
I do too.
Yeah, I think that
because they could benchmark it and they know what to do.
Yes, yeah, I think that it's definitely going to win. I think that you know, Ford watches all this stuff. They don't really compete with anybody. Ford does their own thing, but I think that it will handle better than a 1LE. It's got a lot of aero on it. The 1LE does too. It's a great car. The 1LE, but one thing that Ford doesn't do is, you know, we're waiting on numbers, but they don't go up and say like the 500 is going to run
9.6 something.
You know, a low 7 minutes in the Nürburgring. You know what I mean? Chevy will do that.
What did you guys want to see out of the GT500?
I wanted to see hardcore numbers and price from Ford today.
I want to interrupt you for a second because I have a super chat.
Okay.
Ivan D says, you must not know, again, a super chat. Ivan D, you must not know how Supra fans feel. Laugh out loud. Waited years. Laugh out loud. I seen the Supra.
Oh my God,
Jesus.
That's one thing we have no
debate on because the Supra is
I know we're talking about the GT500, but we all drove the Supra.
We all drove.
We did.
Wait for that video.
We raced the Supra.
We all raced the Supra. What if that simulator is actually how it drives?
I did better than you, right?
Oh, we're gonna do it again tomorrow.
Destroyed you.
I don't drive those kind of. I don't drive Toyotas. Come on, dude. I'm a Mustang guy. Listen,
it was an automatic too. You didn't have to do nothing but steer.
No, that automatic was not a 7-speed dual clutch or a 10-speed. So I don't know what it was.
It's like 335 horsepower or something like that. The Supra is.
Okay, I gotta say thank you real quick, Jeffrey Smallwood.
It's an inline, probably BMW.
The Supra might be the most underwhelming.
I gotta say thank you.
Can we say that?
Thank you to Jeffrey Smallwood. He said $10 because y'all need some beer. Thanks for all the coverage.
Yes.
Super chat.
Yes, I think I'll keep my 2013 700 wheel horsepower Roush for now.
Yeah.
And blame
you
you.
for beer money. I appreciate that.
I can't
so much.
blame you. I can't blame you on that decision.
That's awesome.
Anybody want to
should always
donate
keep
beer
the car
money
that
tonight?
keeps you
That's
happy,
great.
guys.
Yeah,
Whatever
no,
makes you happy,
listen.
that's the car you should have.
If we're here and we can give you the coverage, this is like something I would want someone to do for me if I'm working or can't make it to the show.
Yeah.
Like
Thanks, GS Everything.
I'm glad
for
you
the
guys. Dude, trust me, I still get. We all get hate, whatever. Like,
What does he say?
But
He
go
said,
ahead.
"Great work, brother."
Okay.
No, we've been trying to
Thank
give
you.
you guys as much
Yeah,
coverage as
beer.
we can. So, plus I took off work, so I'm good this week. So there's gonna be this is if I ever was YouTube full time, expect 3 videos a day. No, I can't do 3 videos a day. But thank you so much for the super chat. I didn't mean to cut you guys off, but whenever some of the super chats, I want to give them the respect for supporting us.
No, you're fine.
So go ahead. What you were saying? I think it was Z or TC. What were
No.
you saying? TC was in a groove. I messed up the whole show. Anyways,
No, I brought up horsepower from the
Well, we were saying like what you guys all wanted to see from.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
What was your wish list? Go ahead, Z. What was your wish list today?
numbers.
Yeah.
I would have. I mean, I could have settled for a true 0 to 60 or either one of them. But they gave us sub 11 seconds, which means minus. So it's a 10-second car. I think that we could probably all agree that it's going to be a 10-second car. I don't see why not. With the fast shifting dual clutch and 700, it's just the thing. Is like, is it going to have
I meant
720?
more like, what do you want to see from the car, not from what did you want to see from Ford's release of the car. Like, what did you want from the car? Like, did you want it to make 800 horsepower? Did you want
I
it to
wanted,
look
okay, I'll tell you,
badass?
I wanted
What
to,
was the stats you
all
wanted?
right, I wanted to run 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. I
Okay.
wanted to see
Yeah.
a 780 freaking 5 horsepower.
Okay.
I want it to be a
So you
monster.
definitely were looking
3
for some
seconds isn't
straight
fast
line
enough with a
kind of
delay.
like-
No, I don't care about straight line necessarily. Like, here's the thing that a lot of people, we haven't really talked about. Everybody thinks that I just want to go straight. No, when it, like we're going to do suspension in like my car, I don't even know that I'm going to go with a, because we talked.
Yeah, but
I don't even
drag springs.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna run a drag string. I might run like a BMR handling spring because I like turns. Just because I have an automatic doesn't mean I don't like to so I drive my car every day. I want it to handle good on the street and be capable of doing kind of both things. And that's what I think that the 500 will be good at, is capable maybe all around, because it's not going to be the
Jack
best.
of all trades.
Not going to be the best at drag because of the rear brakes.
There is a drag mode though. I saw
that's
that.
a good.
Right.
That's a good
Here,
point.
one
though,
more. We got
because-
another super chat.
Super
Slick
chat.
S550 said, "In my opinion, they were not ready, but had to put something out to keep interest. All reserve judgment,
Agreed.
so price, power.
That's a
and
good
performance
point.
specs
Good
come out."
point, Slick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still want
Thank
the
you,
money,
Slick.
The
Appreciate
car.
that.
So the car wasn't ready. Let's be real. He said it.
I mean, in all honesty, they actually said it wasn't ready. And
It
in the
wasn't
sense that
ready.
When I went up to the chief engineer and I said, like, really off the record, how much horsepower is this thing gonna have? He said, honestly, it's not. We don't have it.
Yeah.
They don't have it.
I'm
They
like,
don't
what do you mean you don't have it?
Do you want to talk about what
He
you
said
put?
they're still
Remember?
finalizing the numbers. They're still trying to tweak it for
Should we
every
talk about the
last
wrench light?
horsepower.
Want to talk about the wrench light? If you guys watched the video, actually Ford's official video. Wait, thank you so much. We got another super chat. I appreciate it. 4 horsemen of SoCal here. We're the 4 horsemen of YouTube. The GT500 is a road course car. I think focusing on the quarter mile is like walking to a pizza shop asking for tofu.
I think you might have just put in like a gang name in your.
We're the 4 horsemen of YouTube. Anyways, listen. Oopsie. There's no gang affiliations here. We are a gang.
Demonetized.
But no, what was I gonna say? Before that, we were talking about. Boy, I get out of my train of thought so hard because it's so passionate.
When you see money, is what it is. He's like, oh my god, $4.99.
No, for real. What was I just saying? I forget.
Oh man.
Well, anyways, what we were saying was the GT500, the wish list, right?
Yeah.
Well, he mentioned he was talking to the designer and that.
No, the car's not done.
Yeah.
The car's not done, and because of public pressure, they had to do something, and this was just a stunt. To say, this is it. This is what it looks like, and we'll give you general numbers to just satisfy you guys. But I think it's actually been a bad move and made things worse. If they would have just said one of the 4 things they needed, like let's just give us a horsepower number. If they would just give us one, just like go ahead.
What did they give us of the 1819 refresh? What information?
We waited for
At the
460
unveil of the
horsepower.
car,
We waited. We waited.
I have a super chat. I gotta stop.
Okay, sorry.
TA plus Hemi says, "Say hi, babes." Is it babes, right? BABS. Like for some reason, I feel like he's trying to get me to say something else. Babs.
I don't know. Say hi, Babs.
Say hi, Babs. Hi, Babs. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate it, TA. Hi, Babs. I don't know what he's trying to get me to do right now.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna have a video.
You
out
just
tomorrow.
totally.
No, I know. You just made something else.
Just
gonna be like me going, hi, Babs. Hi, Babs.
That's
Hi,
like
Babs.
the
Hi,
auto
Babs.
demonetization code.
But yeah, so
I forgot about that. Go ahead.
1819 came out, and we're all like, "Oh my god,
It was
it's
like
finally
January,
here.
right?
Yeah, it's finally here," and it was.
Oh my god!
But did we get all the information right then?
Xander made an amazing point that I just forgot. Remember, the 18 was revealed like in 2017, like a January weird, ugly, like rolling shot.
Yeah.
And everyone hated it. And then like a month later, Carl Whitman was in like San Francisco and revealed like the orange one and walked around it. Then we had to wait till like the summertime.
They wouldn't pop the hood. They wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah, we had to wait till
another
the summer.
super
Okay,
chat.
go ahead.
This is a good one. Them specs said 4 beers for the Horseman. Thanks for the discussion. So we're actually going to get beers with that.
Buddy,
So
you owe me a beer.
I really appreciate that. Yeah,
Thank you so
I am
much.
going to get beer for everybody.
Thank you for the super chatter. We all appreciate that. Remember the 18? Because I remember this because we were waiting for the 18 official horsepower numbers, so we might not get horsepower until summertime. If the car is going to be revealed,
we probably won't get horsepower numbers until right before like the car's out. Like I remember with the GT350, I already had like an order in, and there were still no numbers out. Like that's how bad it is usually.
So it's not. We might not know until you're taking delivery.
So different.
I mean, will you guys buy a car that you don't know numbers about just because it is a GT500?
Yeah.
I would too.
Yep. Yep.
I'm like, fine. You know, it's a take my money thing.
Yeah, Xander gets 2 of the beers since we're gonna get a 6-pack, and he's a little.
What's
stressed.
it called? You know, you're like, what are people into? Like shoes or like the new video game that comes out? They haven't even played it yet.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right.
You see trailer, and
they're like, here's the
gotta
money.
have it.
You gotta have.
You know,
Super chat. 2 super chats. Thank you so much, Governor Gibbs. We would have been less disappointed if Ford's nothing about a Shelby. Similar that Chevy is keeping quiet. C8. That's a good point. And then we got Kenton Miller. I took off work to watch you guys. Thank you so much. Please, I don't want to get in trouble at work, but thank you. John Luke Picard, thank you so much. $22.99 for buying yourself a beer. Thank you so much. We appreciate the support. We are gonna go get drinks after this, so this debate won't end even after this ends. We're probably gonna go get some beers and keep talking.
You'll have to buy.
It'll be the same thing repeated too.
Yeah, we're just gonna repeat.
This is
the
like
same
the third
stuff.
time we've done this today. So.
No, we have been talking like non-stop. But we're gonna listen. We're gonna keep giving you guys coverage. If Ford does have an event, maybe they'll invite us and we'll go.
Oh, super chat.
Okay,
there we
go ahead.
Stupid fast truck, $10. Thank you. There we go. Now I can drink.
Yeah.
There we go. Xander
Super
smiling
chat,
again.
King SY. You're better off buying a Super Snake.
See you later, Mike.
So, but somebody said in one of my comments,
Thanks for
Super
doing
Snake
thanks
is
for
not a
the
production
super chat.
car.
Appreciate it.
Super Snake is sinister. Thank
gotta
you
get
so
out on the
much.
track one of these days.
$5 from you. And the comment is, want all of you guys to come out to Hyperfest at VIR in May. I'm hosting a car show during the event. I will be drifting. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll have drifting road course racing.
Okay.
That sounds like a good.
Contact him on Instagram.
Instagram.
Fill him
We'll
in.
get it done.
Spread it all around. So you're better off buying a Super Snake. Go ahead. What were you saying?
You had to buy that from Shelby though, right?
Well, I read a comment. It's not a production car.
You have to go to Shelby in Vegas and buy that.
What do you guys think of the Super Snake?
Solid rear axle.
Well, I don't like the look of it.
For
I remember it looks like a Dodge.
The interior kills it for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, which Super Snake?
The one from Shelby.
The
You buy
Shelby.
You said solid axle.
I thought it was a solid rear axle.
No, not the.
The old one.
No, the new one. The one that's based off the 18.
Oh, you're talking 18 Super Snake.
Yeah, that
Oh,
you can go to
screw that.
Shelby itself. And
I'd
get
rather
it.
just slap my own supercharger.
Yeah, that you're doing exactly. You're doing what me and Xander are doing at this point.
Yeah.
Is just making
That's like the
GTs powerful.
that's
Yeah.
like the general answer today. Oh, I
Yeah.
could just slap my own
Slap-
supercharger on it.
Well, what's this? No, that's
Slap it on
a legitimate
there.
response though,
Look.
because they're just modifying a car. You can also modify the car the same way they're doing it. They're not building it from the factory.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You know,
That's true.
one of the biggest reasons I want to really hold on to my 19 is because it's a relatable car to what the normal person can afford. Not a lot of people can afford a
$90,000 car.
plus thousand. I can't.
These guys
But
can.
they
That's
like
what they're-
viewing them.
Say again.
But they sure like viewing them.
They might live. We'll live vicariously through these guys.
Well, yes, but I mean,
I thought you were speaking to your YouTube channel. Like,
I am.
oh no, I meant like
Well, everybody.
No, I thought you were speaking about like keeping it because it's more relevant for the channel.
No, it's related. Not.
Well, there's going to be a lot of YouTubers who buy the car.
No, yeah. What I'm talking about is like you talked about. If you had a 500, what would you do to it?
I'd probably just put it.
Most-
I'd put it away.
Most people, a lot of people would. It's an expensive car.
Yeah,
A Mustang
I don't know.
GT. If I scratch it, it's not the end of the world.
It's almost like it becomes more of a, and it's going to sound weird, but like a sacred object than an actual tool.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're somebody who will track it. I get that.
Yeah.
But for someone like myself who is like a lot of these guys, whoever comments who don't ever own the car or will finally get one, you'd be like, oh, I just like to hold the steering wheel, look at the snake. Or, you know what I mean? Or
It's a
to go to
special car.
There are so many guys who have a GT350 who have never rang out the gears even. Because they like to take it to the car show, and they let someone else do the numbers. Like, look how cool this car is.
How long are we going? An hour?
An hour, cutting it?
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, we're going to go. Thank you so much for the super chat. Check out our videos. And we're going to go get some adult beverages and just keep this debate going. We really appreciate your support. It helps us grow, and hopefully we continue to bring that coverage. And we're always going to give you our honest opinion.
Yeah, and always remember at Serpent Stang, Xander 13, Tunnel Chaser, and Stang Mode. Even though he's last,
Horsemen.
don't forget him.
All right, God bless y'all.
Yeah, I gotta get up. It's a little awkward on this situation. Hey, ladies.
All right, thanks for joining the chat, guys. Everybody have a good night.
You might be able to stop your lives from there.
I think I did. I'm not sure. Let me see.
It still says live. I'm not sure.
Oh, I just got another super chat too.
Oh, at the last minute.
Yeah.
Read it out if you're still live.
I don't know if I'm still live, but if I am, I got NorCal PP2. Thank you for the $10. Hi from the People's Republic of California. No aftermarket exhaust. But yeah, it still says that I'm live here, but thank you so very much. I'm going to end it now on my phone. I thought that it ended over there, but we will see you guys later with a bunch of more content. Have a good night.
Yeah, it's probably just playing.